legacy. And the question was asked in reference to the financial part, um, in reference to the insurance policies being left to certain members of the family, or your husband or whomever. So let's go over that again. What they wanted to find out was the insurance policy can make that. Can you make the insurance? Excuse me. Can you make the insurance policy? Um, you know, like part of the legacy or whatever the case may be. The insurance policy is only an insurance policy. That's all it is. However, you can leave that insurance policy for that particular family member or members in the family to carry on your legacy, if it's a business or whatever the case may be. But the insurance policy itself, okay, is not a legacy. Your legacy is pertaining to something you have done, you have created, you have started up, you have been doing this for years, or this was your vision, and you started it up and you wanted to continue after you leave or expire, or whatever the case may be. That's your legacy. That speaks about who you are, what you're about. Right, exactly. So at the end of the day, let's say, for argument's sake, you have 100,000 um, policy, you know, and you want to leave it to you. Let's say you only have one child, okay, and you started something, you know, whatever, a little, in-house business, 3, 4, 5 years ago, and it flourished. You made money from it, and you wanted to keep it going. Well, you leave that insurance policy to that child, if you're not married or whatever the case may be, and as a beneficiary, and they will get it, and hopefully they would take that money to continue your legacy, whatever you left. That's about the only way you can do it right. Yeah, that's about the only way you can do it. Because, like I said, insurance money is not a legacy. That's not your legacy. That's just an insurance policy that you've taken out on yourself. Life insurance policy that you've taken out on yourself. And if anything happened, or the day that you come and you expire, whatever the case may be, your loved ones, whoever you decide to leave it with or to, they'll have it. But that doesn't mean that they will continue your legacy. So, it's kind of hard, because some people do try to carry out your legacy, whatever you left, and then some people don't. Some people just take the money and run with it and say the hell away with the person's legacy. Go out there and do their thing, man. So it can work both ways, but either way, like I said, if you leave an insurance policy, that's only an insurance policy. That's all that is. Okay. Now, I covered that. We're going to talk about today on Business Tuesdays in reference to what type of business you want to try to look for or invest in. Well, the two main things you want to look at before you start any kind of business is your customers, where your customers is going to come from, okay? And then the season of that business, meaning there's all businesses have a downtime and an uptime. And a lot of people don't look at that before they jump into business, but you have to look at it because there's an uptime and there's a downtime. Right, exactly. So when you look at those two things, that will you will start being able to eliminate certain ideas or certain visions of businesses or business, that you would like to start because of those two things, okay? And like I said, your customers, where will your customers be generated from? Whether it's from social media, or will you do flyers, will you do radio ads, TV ads, how would you get your customers? That's number one. And then number two is making sure you know the season when your business will flourish, and when your business might have their downtime or your downtime. Okay. Right, exactly. Because those two things are very crucial. And then, I said two. I'll say three. And then the third thing, you want to make sure what you're going into, there's not a whole lot you have a whole lot of competitors as well. I put that in there. Yeah. I put that in there too. Yeah. Because it's yeah, man. Oh wow. It's extremely some serious competition out there. And you got some of these big companies that's closing up and giving up due to certain things like online shopping. People just go on their iPhones or tablets and stuff and do some shopping and call it a day. And so that forces the hands of the department stores to follow suit, or either close up, because today's technology just put a lot of pressure on the old style or the old way of doing business. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, and if you don't catch up with time, you become like the dinosaurs. The dinosaurs you become extinct. Exactly. Right. So I would say those two things are the three main important things. Okay. And you have to try to figure out what's going to be your business. Okay. Now, when you decide what's going to be your business, of course, you have to go and check into certain things. And like I said, check your competitors. You have to make sure that you have all of your you have to make sure you have all of your information, together, in reference to your business or whatever the case may be. But the main important thing is that season, because when the economy goes into a recession, and a lot of people don't think about this, when the economy goes into a recession, will this hurt your business? because you still got to be able to make it. Um, right. So, and that's why I'm saying there's not only a season, but sometimes the economy might take a butt whipping, and get slammed a few times, and that will definitely affect you because people start spending, or slow down on spending, and depending on what kind of business, what type of business you have, that might affect you, right? So that you do have to look into in reference to your season. Um, if you can, well, here's the thing: if you can be in business for at least, I say at least 9 months, yeah, about 9 to 9.5 months, you probably would be okay, providing you're saving and not spending everything that comes in. You know, right, right. So if you stand a chance of surviving. Um, you know, exactly. So yeah, I would say anywhere from 8 to 9 months. And then if all of a sudden you start going on the downside, you should be able to have a enough capital that you made from those 8 or 9 months to probably take you through the three and a half months that it will be slow. Um, but that's very crucial. That is very crucial. And you have to remember, you're your own boss. So therefore, you have to write. You have to make things work. You know, which it's no problem because if you're making the money, then of course you can make things work. So yeah, right, exactly. So those I would say those are the three main things in reference to starting a business. Now, the next thing you would have to decide, you want a website, how do you want to market things on your website? Um, do you want to have flyers, what your logo is, would look like, and all these, and all that stuff takes time because you can't use, other graphics, because certain things are copyright, right? Certain things are copyright, and so you have to be very careful with that. And yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. Um, you will have to make sure that it's registered, copyright registered, and also trademark registered if you're dealing with clothing line and stuff like that or whatever the case may be. Yeah, yeah. So it's a lot of work put into it, but it's worth it at the end because um, you're your own boss. Right, you're independent. Yeah, exactly. And I mean, it takes a little work, but hell, you're not afraid of working. That's the whole idea, right? Exactly, exactly. So you might have to get an attorney for that, for the copyrights and the trademarks and stuff, depending on what you're trying to do. And your capital starting up, depending on what it is, should at least I would say at least 3,500 to $5,000, or more, depending on what you're trying to do. Um, yeah, right, right. So if you have to buy equipment, and depending on what type of equipment, because it's based on the business that you're starting. Um, but any business that where you have to keep inventory of things, that might be a little monotonous. Yeah. Because that's, yeah. So, but sit down and get your legal pad and write some stuff down. Whatever vision, whatever you feel passionate about, and that you think you might want to do. Hmm. For sure. And make sure it's reasonable that you will have the time to be able to do it. That's another thing. A lot of people start businesses, but they don't have the time, to do it. And if you don't have the time, because that your business is just like a little baby, whatever you're feeding it and nourishing it, whatever, that's how it will grow. But if you don't have no time to, right, to give nourishment and things that they don't grow, right? Exactly. So that's, you know, that's my take on that. And that's my position. But get you a legal pad, sit down, write down a few things, maybe 3 to 5 things that you're passionate about. Check into it, see what would be the cost to start of each one. And just because necessarily one is cheaper or one is more than the other doesn't mean that it will work or it won't work. Okay? So remember that. There are people out here that spend millions, okay, and didn't make it. And there are people out here that spend a few thousand and blew up. So that, right, that just shows you how it goes. It has nothing to do with how much money you spend. It has a lot to do of what you are going to invest in and how much of your time and your energy that you're going to give your business. And that's crucial, right? Because at the end of the day, nobody is going to be able to handle or do because at the end of the day, at the end of the day, nobody will be able to handle it and do the things that needs to be done like you. Right. So that you would have to definitely try to sit down and try to figure out. Yeah. And if I'm gonna tell you something. And if you're not passionate about it, leave it alone. Why invest in it? If you're not passionate about something, leave it alone because you're just going to waste your time and money into it and energy into it, and you probably end up getting pissed off and well, why did I invest into this? Yeah. So you have to be passionate about things and something that maybe you have knowledge about. Maybe you might have went to school for it. Trade school, college, or whatever the case may be. That's another thing you got to look at. So, right, exactly. So, I would say, like I said, you have to know the passion, whatever you have passion towards. Okay, that's one. Two, you have to know where your customers is going to come from, because that's what's going to keep you in business, your customers. Without your customers, you have no business. And then three, yeah, you have to know the season of of the business, when it's a up and when it's a down side. Right. Right. Exactly. So that's my take on it. And like I said, just get your legal pad, write some things down if that's what you want to do. And if you're really serious about trying to start your own business, just hey, do that and take it from there. Yeah. And just do it. Follow your vision, follow your dreams, and just do it. So yeah, that's my take on it. And this has been Business Tuesday, the first part of it, and we'll come back again around 10:30 for the second part. But that's my take on it. You're listening to Uncle T only